Hello everybody, this is Dane. Welcome back to my channel, Philippine Nurse Retires Home. Just want to give you updates of what I'm doing. Well, one thing I would say, if you have not subscribed, could you please do? Comment, share, and like. Okay? Now, what I'm doing is getting busy for the springtime. What I would tell you though, in the Philippines, I talk to you about bugs and everything. Here, it's summertime. It's almost summertime. It's springtime right now. So everybody is waking up, including the insects and the snakes and all those rodents and everything. So we have that shared. Okay, we have that kind of problem here too. The other day, we just had the exterminator that came by, and he basically did all the killing there inside the house as well as outside. So we have an exterminator. It's Yates Astro who does those monthly. So I'm glad. But the fleas are so bad because it's coming out. And we have those collars for our cats, but still it's not guaranteed to kill them. We still have to deflate them manually. And they love that, except for the fatso, that Sam, he does not like to be defleed. Now we have share of mosquitoes now. They're as big as this. They're about an inch. They're twice the size of the Philippine mosquitoes, because at the back here we have swamp, so we got plenty of that, you know. And the other day, me and my daughter, we were walking, and in fact today we saw two snakes. One is flat snake. It's a black snake. It's about this big. It's a baby snake. And we have a longer one, which is a bad one. It's a very poisonous one. It's a copperhead. So it has beautiful design on his back, and it looks like really a copper. So those are very poisonous. So they're waking up. So we have copperheads here. We got rattlesnakes are bad here. Cottonmouth. So those cottonmouths are very aggressive. They would run after you, actually, if you go to the swamp. Anyway, I see them from time to time, but I don't mess with them. And one time I was still, my experience, I will share it with you. When I went through that wildlife refuge in Savannah, it's thousands of miles, you know, near the river area. Anyway, one day I was driving. I was still very new here in America. I was driving my car, went through that area, and I saw this big rattlesnake about this big. And I realized, I said, well, about a mile later, I realized that, my goodness, I could have gone there and then run over that snake. So I went back, and come to find out, there's a bunch of people that were looking at it, and they just let it go, you know, just let it go to the wild, and they did not do anything about it, because those are wildlife that are being preserved by the government, because those are very necessary for the ecology. So don't kill anything that you would see around you, because they are good for the environment. They kill the rodents, you see. So don't eat them or don't kill them. Another one that we have here, one time in fact that was last summer, there was this trunk of tree like that, this brown tree, and I was looking around. I said, my God, this thing here, the trunk was shifting around like that. It was moving around like that. I said, what's going on? I thought I was having some sort of hallucination there. I said, what's going on? When I was poking at it, my God, it's a bunch of armyworms. Worms. They're about this big. Millions of them from top to bottom, and then they were just kind of swinging around like that. But they will eventually be, I think they become butterflies, maybe those moths, something like that. But I do not know what's the end product on those things. But I'll show you one day if I will find something like that. But it's scary. Can you imagine if those would go into your face? But those are armyworms. It's a kind of caterpillars, I think it is. But anyway, we have also gnats. Those are very tiny, tiny, tiny insects that when you mess with your garden, they would go there and eat you alive. Basically, they would go to your head and they eat you. They basically puncture you something. That's why when you do a little bit of yard work, you have to put a little bit of like cutters, you see. And we have what else do we have? Fire ants. The fire ants here are very aggressive. So my husband the other day just put some biphen on them, and they're all over the place because my pots here, in fact my pots underneath this has a lot of fire ants. So I don't know where that came from, but they're aggressive fire ants. I've seen some in the Philippines, but I don't think they are the fire ants, because this thing can really make I am very allergic to them. But there's a lot of stuff that you see here that are also bothersome outside. Um, but we're prepared for it, you see. But when you go to the Philippines, you're not kind of prepared for it. That's why you get to get your own stuff like cutters. So anyway, I'm just telling you this to give you a little bit of update on what I'm doing. Um, but I hope things would settle down for everybody though, because it's really aggravating that we have to stay in the house. It's not really a kind of lockdown that we see in the Philippines, because we still can go out. So pretty much it's self-discipline, but still I see a lot of people that are still kind of going around with their whole family shopping. So it's a little bit disappointing, because if you're gonna do lockdown, might as well do a full lockdown, right? So we do not have to start from the very beginning again if there's some reinfection. Anyway, I want to tell you guys thank you so much for hanging with me and in my channel, and I'm gonna do my best to do more. Anyway, it's kind of hard though. It's a challenge for me to find some stuff to talk to you about. And have a good day, guys, and God bless you. Bye bye.